Hey everyone. Today we're talking about the biggest marketing trends for 2019 that you need to know about. I'm Chad Reinertson from the 5-Hour MBA, and each week I'm going to be doing my blogcast on the best and the worst business practices. So the three that we're going to be talking about this week are the most important marketing trends that you don't want to miss out on in 2019. These are topic content, personalized content, and featured snippets. Now we're going to get into each of those a lot more in detail here in a few minutes. So we're just about a month away from welcoming in a new year, and this is a great time to reflect on our marketing plans. We take a look at what's worked well for our business and where we need to improve upon. Essentially, we give ourselves grades as digital marketers on how well we did this year. Now, it's also time to start thinking about next year and what we're going to do to make meaningful changes. So as you're laying out your 2019 strategy, consider these marketing trends that will keep you current with the best practices. Number one is going to be focus on your topic content. Now, topic content is broader than using your traditional keywords. We're seeing two things happening right now in the marketplace. One is the way that people are using search engines is changing. And two, the rise of smart home devices such as Alexa or Google Home is evolving the search logarithms. Now, with both of these, people are speaking or entering their search terms in longer and more conversational phrases. So take a look at the example of like an old SEO strategy would be to type in a keyword like best Chicago restaurant. Now that's completely changed because people are entering longer phrases or speaking them into the smart device. So topic content goes much bigger and broader than what you've traditionally seen. Now it may be, what's the best place for appetizers in Chicago near me? So you need to expand the content that's on your page to reflect this. Write in more conversational phrases, right? Make sure that your content is covering those broader search terms. Now, the trick is going to be that you're writing for both people and search engines. So remember that you're going to have both humans and machines reading your content. So find the right balance between what the user experience is, right? What sounds grammatically correct, what's conversationally correct to offer that user a smooth flow. And then also what's offering search engines meaningful content that they can quickly return that matches that search. Number two is going to be focusing on personalized content. It's time to put your customers at the center of their experience. Now, this means personalizing your content to give them the most relevant information. Now, this concept is nothing new, but it has become more important than ever because people can tell the difference between a canned response and a more personalized one. So think about with Amazon when you're shopping and they show you products that are similar to the ones that you're looking at or that you've bought. They're showing you products that are likely to interest you based on what your current searches or your behaviors are. So how can you do this in your business? Well, number one, focus on your customer and their needs, right? What problem are they trying to solve? Remember, buying is an emotional interaction. People buy products because they're moving away from a problem and they're looking for a solution. So find out what problem that your customers are moving away from. I'll give you an example on that. This year I switched from an iPhone to a Galaxy. So I left iPhone after about 7 years and 3 or 4 models of using them. So what made me move away and go to a Galaxy? Well, in my opinion, the Galaxy takes much better photos, right? Your landscape, your action, your low light photos. I was getting so tired of seeing some really cool moments, great sunsets, being in kind of that low light situation and leaving with crappy photos. It was so frustrating to me. So I found a solution to end my frustration and move away from that. And that's what made me switch. So focus on finding your customers' pain points and what they're moving away from, right? We all have them. Then take that and write that into your content to grab their attention. Now, second, use marketing tools for retargeting and personalized automation. Email automation is probably still leading the way and should be your bare minimum by now. I think every business should be using some type of email automation. Services like MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, or Campaign Monitor are so simple and inexpensive to use that you really need to get those going if you haven't already. All of those offer very simple personalized automations that are easy to set up. Now, the next level to go the step further is using your automated chat bots with your customer service. So when done correctly, these can really increase your response time and your lead capacity without requiring any additional resources. So take the time to write your personal responses in your chat bots and set them up correctly, and you'll see a big difference. Now, number three is your featured snippets or your related questions. Another ongoing organic change to track in 2019 is the evolution of Google's featured snippets. Google recently rolled out their featured snippets, or the People Also Ask related questions section, that's at the top of every one of their organic search results. So for any given search, you're going to see an additional, 1 to 4 additional related answers with a drop-down option, which then expands into a more detailed list of information. Now, according to Mozcat's study of the Google search features, these related questions have rocketed up the list and now account for 52% of all organic searches. Featured snippets themselves account for about 14% of organic searches. So 64% of Google searches are linked to one of these two. So if you don't already know about the featured snippets or the People Also Ask, their related questions, it's time that you start knowing about them. So it's clear that Google is rapidly expanding their capabilities to generate these questions and answers from their indexes. So both the featured snippets and the related questions are really evolving quickly. All right, now how do you take advantage of these? Well, there's no guaranteed or simple formula like paid ads have to get up into those top featured areas, but there are some good outlines to help get you started. So let's go through and take a look at what these are. There are 3 major types of featured snippets. The first one is a paragraph. This is where the answer is given right there in the text, and this can be a text box or it can be a text box with both the text and the image inside of it. The second is a list, and this is where the answers are given in the form of a list or a bulleted list. And then the third is a table, where obviously the answer is given to you in a table format. Now the most popular is the paragraph snippet. So start by answering the question type search queries. Now these are the searches containing questions with words like what, why, how, where, when, your basic question words. So what common questions are your customers asking? If you can identify those, then include the more frequently asked questions and your expert answers in your content. A simple way to see what's being displayed as a featured snippet is also to do a quick Google search. Enter a common search topic and browse Google's People Also Ask sections that are there at the top of the organic search results. When you look at these, do you see a commonality or recurring layout? This is going to provide some huge insight into which questions that Google is deeming relevant and related to your search topic. Also start by selecting phrases that you also already rank highly for and write answers related to that content. So these are going to be the easiest to get ranked in featured snippets for you because you're already optimized for that in your content. Use the keywords and the topics in your page URL for additional exposure. Now, if you need a little extra guidance on which topics to select, use a service like SERPstat for your keyword research. SERPstat combines keyword research with the featured snippets to let you see which keywords trigger those answer boxes. It makes it a little bit simpler if you're not quite sure where to start. Okay, so those are the 3 most important trends to focus on for 2019. Focus on your topic content, your personalized content, and your featured snippets. Thanks for listening in today. Remember, tune in each week for more best and worst business practices. Also, check out our blog on 5-Hour MBA for more great content and information, and have yourself a great week.